Okay. It says I'm live, so.
It does? Okay, great.
Well, it says I'm live in the YouTube studio or whatever.
Okay, well, let me go to your channel and see if you're actually live.
Okay. My face looks like autistic as fuck. God damn. Mm.
Yep, you're good, you're good. Yay! Ah, hooray! Oh my god, okay. Nice well worked. I'm so happy right now. You're not supposed to be able to do this.
Well, I do what I want, so.
I know, neither do.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm getting on my headphones, and you're just going to be sitting right there all by yourself, and I'll just keep supporting you, and I'll send this out. Okay, bye.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Wait, if I have music on a live like this, will I have copyright issues? Do you know? Because I'm not trying to cause any problems, you know. But I really hate that my camera is inverted because now I look autistic as shit. Like, damn. Everything is so like just instrumentals. Okay, I can probably do that. I mean, what's the worst case scenario? They just shut the live down. You know. Well, it would help too if like my tattoos, so like my eyeliner or whatever else is not even. You know, they never they left it uneven because at the time when they were doing my eyelids were getting swollen. So they're like, hey, we should stop. And I was like, I ain't no bitch. Like, you know. Damn, then they're gonna block me. All right, sound bowls it is, I guess. Sound bowls it is. Sound bowls are nice, but like, you know, not really my vibe right now. Okay. Ah, I'm watching my own live. That's crazy. Ah, I'm watching my own live. That's crazy. Ah, I'm watching my own live. That's crazy. Ah, I'm watching my own live. Okay, that was annoying. That was annoying on that one. All right. Share this video with someone. Good job. Whoa, I'm not trying to do all that right now. Oh, you're not gonna show it on that thing like that? Man, what, bruh? Come on, man. Back it up. Back it up. We'll do that one, sure. We'll do that one. Bam. Bam. Bruh. I don't know why it has to select a song for me every time. You know what I mean? Like let me pick the song, you know? Wait, will I get in trouble putting a YouTube link on TikTok? Will I get in trouble for that? Didn't even add no music on there or nothing. I gotta share it with people. Gotta send out all these invites. Oh my god. Oh fuck. Not quite sure how that's gonna go, but we're gonna try. Sure. All right. It has been poorly posted. Oh, if I post like a YouTube link in like a thing or whatever else, is that going to be illegal on TikTok? You know. Either way, I have done what I could do. As for right now, that is probably all that I can do. You know. That is okay. I gotta put them sound bowls back on though. Sound bowls. It's time for bowls that make sound. That's so awkward. That's so backwards. Like, why is that? Why do people like inverted stuff? Like, I don't get it. You know? Like, do you like seeing me backwards? Like, you know? Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Well, you know what? I mean, you know, we can educate myself right now on all these different little buttons. Ooh, I can create a highlight video. Shit. A stream marker? What is that? Share. Nope, nope, nope. Edit. What can I edit? Oh, descriptions. Webcam. Well, it doesn't really pick. Let me pick anything else. Public. Playlists. Paid promotion. Well, I don't have any paid promotions yet, but eventually. Not using any AI, no tags. I could probably put tags in, like in the future, you know. Recording date and location. Allow embedding, standard YouTube. Anyone can comment. Okay, cool. What's the customization though? Anyone? Okay, sure. Hello. Lover Hearts. Are you Cassidy? Is that who you are? Yes, it looks like it. Bam. Subscribe to your channel. Nice, nice, nice. I don't like this because the camera's inverted, like, and I can't fix it. You know, but that's okay. I'm just farting around with YouTube right now because I haven't done anything on here before, so we're just taking a look. Ooh, I can share screen. Nice. Yeah, no, it's kind of cool that I can do YouTube without actually having to have 50 followers. That's really fucking cool. Yeah, so I'll have to play with this a little bit more. You think I look pretty on here? Thanks. For me, it bothers me because, like, again, it's like inverted. It's swapped, and I don't know what it is. People that like inverted shit, you know what I mean? That's the other thing I noticed, right? Because like people who have iPhones or whatever else, right? The pictures that they take, they're always like inverted or something. Yeah, I don't know. It bugs the absolute fuck out of me. I do. I do. You have a multi-dimensional god on your hands, and I have a techno witch. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. No, because what is that? I don't know. I don't like this angle. I don't like this angle. I don't feel like it does me justice. And like my tattoos, they're like on the other side. Because look, this is Neptune. This is supposed to be like on my left, but it's giving it to you up there on the right. Like you wouldn't see me this way, you know? And it also like really accentuates the fact that like the eyeliner tattoo that I have is not even, and I fucking hate that shit. So Like now I look autistic as shit. Fuck yeah. I think that shit is annoying as fuck. Like whoever had that fucking idea of being like, we should invert fucking cameras all the time, guys. I'm sorry, but if that whoever made that decision, you're a fucking moron. Like, honestly, if it was up to me right now, I would rather have a mirrored image of myself versus a inverted image of myself. But that's just me. So yeah, I like number cameras too. Yeah, I need to I need to get on top of doing Streamlabs because in that way I can just do everything off of there, and hopefully that fucking application doesn't have it where it's fucking ass backwards. You know, man. It's okay. Let's do the collective. All right. I'm going to get a drink and then we'll do the collective. So this is going to be a collective from La Santa Marte, by the way. And thanks for Cassidy for showing up. Appreciate it. Okay, disclaimer. This is going to be a general collective message. This is not targeted at any singular person or groups of people. This is not targeted at anyone's creed, nationality, race, monetary status, religious affiliation, and/or organization. This is not against anyone's sexual identity and orientation. This cannot be used against, or this is not against anybody's political affiliation and organization. It's not against anyone's sexual identity and orientation. This cannot be used against me in the court of law in any way whatsoever, because everything I am saying is for entertainment purposes only. So therefore, if it's brought up in court, it would be taken as accusation or presumption and or hearsay because I'm in character. So everything I'm saying right now is for entertainment purposes only. If I find out that you're recording content of me without my permission, I will charge you $111 for every 2 minutes of content that you have of me without my permission. In the event I talk about any timeline about a person, place, or thing, timeline that is past, present, or future, understand that is completely fictitious in order for me to provide the entertainment that you are looking for here today. Take what resonates, leave the rest. In the event that you need to swap the energies of masculine and feminine around, please do so, but do not force this to fit. And let's see what we got going on today. So, we are here to get a message from the most holy death, La Santa Muerte. I'm going to get her decks out, and then we're going to see what the most holy and divine Empress of the Underworld has to say to us today. Let's see what she's got to say today, guys. O Lord, before you, the heavenly hosts, the Most High God, El Elyon, I ask your permission to invoke the most holy death, La Santa Muerte. All hail and welcome the Queen Empress of the Underworld, La Santa Muerte. All right, La Santa Muerte, what do you have for us today? Let's see. La Santa Muerte, what do you have to tell us today for a general collective message? Yeah, because the way I'm shuffling right now is like totally the other way. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. So to me, with this Five of Wands in the reverse, maybe you and somebody else no longer want to fight. You no longer want to argue. Because Five of Wands is always about dramatic conflict. We have these two people here instead of five. So to me, this looks like this would be a energy where potentially you no longer want to have conflict with someone, right? Hello, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Hey Samantha, we have Five of Cups in the reverse. So with the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands in the reverse, again, to me, either you or somebody else no longer wants to fight, have chaos, or to argue. with the Five of Cups in the reverse, because this just brings like a lot of sadness. This could be long-term sadness. This could be somebody who is struggling with some things within themselves, right? With the Five of Cups and the Five of Wands. We have the Hermit. With the Hermit, you might be by yourself. This might be a time where you go into solitude. This could be also where this other person, because of how severely sad and depressed that they are, that, well, they want to be alone. We have Death coming out. So we have the most holy Death right there. She's here. I know that right now you might be in a time or a chapter where maybe you are by yourself, right? With the Hermit here and then Death. So to me, this is that, you are looking back on a time where maybe you were with somebody that you cared about, and maybe during that time, all it was fighting, conflict, chaos, and arguing. And that could have been because this person was dealing with a profound level of sadness with this Five of Cups. You're looking back on this past situation with a lot of sadness as well, because this Five of Cups in the reverse, this is not an immediate sadness. This is not something that you just got sad over yesterday or today. This is something that you've been sad about for probably a while. With the Hermit, again, you're looking at that past. Even though you're by yourself, you're alone, you're looking for solitude, you're looking for solace, you're looking for that light, that illumination about this past on your own. Do understand that right here we have Death, and with Death, this is a change or a transition. This could also state that the Most Holy Death has your back, even though you feel as though you are alone. She's watching your back where you are not currently watching. We have the King of Swords in the reverse. So the thing that La Santa Muerte is defending you from is people who are liars, people who are manipulators, people who like to gaslight, people who like to omit information, people who like to use the truth and they weaponize it. And what I mean by weaponize it, I don't mean like they use the word of God to defend themselves. I mean they manipulate information, they twist the truth. These are people who have positions of authority, right? And they're using these positions very inappropriately. And again, she is protecting you from this person. This could be an air sign. This air sign could also be holding on to a vital piece of information with that Ace of Swords in the reverse. We have the Nine of Coins. With the Nine of Coins and the King of Swords in the reverse, she's trying to protect you from energies that quite simply are materialistic. These are energies that, they'll go to any means to basically get money, have material things, make it seem as though they have wealth that they don't truly even have. What else? We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. A lot of these people are not going to change. These people also, though, they don't want you to leave. These people don't want you to change because they know that if you change, you're going to leave. You're gonna go right out that door. You aren't going to give a single flying fuck about this. Absolutely not. Tell me about the Five of Wands. This is Five of Wands energy. We have the Seven of Pentacles in the upright. There could have been fighting because maybe somebody was impatient, right? You could have been the person that was putting in the work. You're looking at the statistics, figuring out what works, what doesn't. Because a lot of times Seven of Pentacles is put in that work, and now you got to wait before you can reap this harvest. You know what I mean? This could also be that, well, maybe somebody doesn't want to fight because maybe they might be going to jail soon, right? You see how that person's behind bars? Maybe they're just counting their days. They're like, hey, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. I know that I made some bad choices, and I know I'm going to be put away. So can we just play pretend one last time? What is Five of Cups in the reverse? We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. There's a lot of sadness. A lot of sadness. There's certain things about this sadness that, maybe you are afraid to put the nail in the coffin when it comes to whatever this is, because there's just a lot of sadness here. You haven't maybe alchemized this 100%. I am kind of seeing elements of a ritual coming through a little bit of basically like kind of nailing the coffin into a situation. What is this Hermit card here? We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. I don't think you necessarily being in solitude is a bad thing. I don't think that's the thing that's like having you lose your high ground right now. To me, what I think it is the level of sadness and or the fact that you're still looking more towards like the past, whatever it was that caused this chaos and conflict, or what caused you to not have sleep, reprieve, or meditation. What is death? We have the Ace of Wands with death. Somebody might not have the ability to fight against La Santa Muerte, like if she shows up, or if, like I said, if she's protecting you, like she has your back, right? Because you're busy looking at the sadness in the past, she's busy looking forward, and the thing that is in front of you is a very manipulative air sign, a very materialistic air sign, right? Give me some more. What is this King of Swords? Ooh, we have the Ten of Swords. This King of Swords is looking to betray you. This King of Swords is looking to stab you in the back. This is a death moth, right? This person could claim that they're changing. This person can claim maybe they're on some kind of healing journey, right? But I don't think that they are. I think that this person has an inability to change. This person is probably the biggest liar and manipulator that you will find. And again, this death moth, this want of change with moth, right? Because it's not a butterfly, but it's a moth, but it looks like it could be, right? So again, I think that they weaponize certain things, like I'm on a healing journey. I'm on a healing journey right now. Can't tell you how many women I've heard that from in the past. I mean, men do it too, but I've heard it from a lot of women to basically get out of whatever those situations they're in, or whatever bad decisions that they make. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. And I was just like, I'm on a healing journey. Like I'm finding myself right now. So I can't be like in a thing. Right? I can't be committed right now. Like, oh my God. No, you can. You just don't like. You can't handle consistency. You bring no value. You need constant stimulation and validation. I mean, idle hands does the devil's work. Just say it. Just say it, man. Like, you know, it's okay to just say that your life is just, you know, empty. Just say that. It's okay. You don't have to lie, right? King of Swords in the reverse. You don't have to lie, you know. You could wield that truth and just be like, hey, man, I like you, but I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing with my life right now. You know? Yep, everybody's got butts. That's right. Well, that's good. And like I said, with King of Swords, this could be a masculine energy. You know what I mean? I mean, it is a king, right? So this could be father figure, uncle, grandfather. Doesn't necessarily have to be like, you know, like a partner or anything like that. It's just, again, this is somebody who utilizes manipulation to essentially get what they want. What is the Nine of Coins? We have Strength in the reverse. Yeah, I'm telling you, this person, they're trying to control you. They're trying to control your power. They're trying to control your potential. And they're trying to do this by betraying you. They think that by betraying you that they will come into earthly riches. And if that is the mindset of this person, then this person's mindset is that of somebody who has made some kind of like deal, right? With some kind of malevolent entity. The fact that you think that through betraying somebody, through ending somebody, through stabbing someone in the back, through controlling somebody, this is the thing that will bring you riches, and that's what you want. That's what you want is riches. You want earthly things. I mean, okay, I get it. I mean, yeah, I get it. You know, but still, like, you don't seem like there's a lot to you as a character. You know what I mean? And I don't mean this towards collective. I mean this towards collective, like whoever you're dealing with. Like, I don't think this person's gonna change. Got the Knight of Cups in the upright. Yeah, this is you leaving. This is you going through that gate, right? You're leaving some stuff behind. You're taking the scroll with you. This could be the scroll of like the High Priestess. You know, she's got that scroll of like the Torah. You know, if it's not that, maybe this is you're leaving with your story. You're leaving with your contract. Maybe you're leaving with some kind of information. Maybe you were trying to leave with information, not like taking it from them, but you were trying to leave, giving them a piece of information. They just didn't want it, so you're like, all right, I'll just go then. Alright. But they don't. I'm telling you, they don't want you to go. They do not want you to go. Because this person is afraid that they're not going to be able to make it on their own. They feel like they're not going to be able to defend themselves on their own. They feel like they're going to have a lot of people say a lot of fuck shit to them, kind of. What's the 8 of Cups? Justice in the reverse. Yeah, this person thinks that maybe like you deciding to leave is like you're making this decision from a place of imbalance. You don't know what you're talking about. You're crazy. You know what I'm talking about. You're off your rocker, right? Because we have the air element and then Libra, right? So this would be like out of balance. And air is how we speak, how we think, right? A lot of swords, a lot of swords. And the sad thing is, like, I only see y'all together, like, maybe in the beginning, you know, y'all are snuggling and stuff, and then somebody else is, like, working, they're doing their stuff. And then this energy doesn't show up again until they're, like, manipulative or until, like, they're trying to get lost in the sauce with all this pentacles, all this money. What's the 7 of Pentacles? We have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you took inspiration. You decided that you were going to plant some seeds. Maybe now you're just like kind of calculating the numbers. You're doing the statistics. You're doing the spreadsheets of things. But you understand that like that light is coming from the Most High God. You understand that you have the key and the treasure to build the kingdom on your own back through your own labor, right? You don't need anybody else, right? You have stability. You have these 4 legs, these 4 pillars, whatever you want to call them. This is about stability. This is about foundation. This is about coming home and celebrating. Yes, this is Knight of Wands, but we also have the element of the 4 of Wands here in the legs. So again, you understood that you can see, your third eye is open, your crown is illuminated, you're getting constant downloads from the Most High God, and you know that the key to the treasure, which is both the key and the treasure are both inside of you, you know, and through this you'll finally be able to build that kingdom upon your own back, upon your own efforts. You know, you won't have to do any weird shit. You won't have to stab anybody in the back or whatever, like how this person's doing right here. Like, fuck this person. 4 swords. We have the 10 of Pentacles right here. There could be a feminine, a demonic feminine spirit that might be asking for offerings. Whatever these offerings look like, it looks like it would be of alcoholic nature. This looks like this would be like whiskey, rum, or brandy. She has demon wings. She's got tattoos. The girls are hanging out. This, in my opinion, I think that this would be Lilith when it comes to these cards, right? I mean, it could be La Santa Muerte. This is her deck, but like normally I see La Santa Muerte like without flesh, you know? Because like this is part of your past. This brought a lot of sadness. Maybe you're sad that you finally have to nail the coffin in whatever this is, but the thing is that this is going to lead to your 10 of Pentacles. You know what I mean? And it's yeah, it might be closing the past, it might be sealing a door, but it's part of your spiritual inheritance too. It's not just about those pentacles, you know. What's the 7 of Wands? Yeah, to me, I feel like that's Lilith because we had the Death card show up earlier. So we have 2 underworld currents showing up right now. We have La Santa Muerte and we have the most holy death, La Santa Muerte and Lilith. We have the 7 of Wands. So if you feel like you don't have the high ground right now, if you feel like you're lost in the sauce, or you're lost in the woods and you don't know where you're going, you don't know what it is you're doing, the best thing that you can do, right? I'm thinking almost of like the Lion of Judah, right? But this is you talking against, you know, the things, the weapons that were meant to hurt you. This is you utilizing, you know, prayer work, invocation, whatever. But all these knives, all these attempts to stab you in the back, right? Right here, all you got to do, invocations. Use the word of God. You got to say with your chest. What's the Ace of Wands? What happened to my bells? What happened to my bones? Oh, it's over. Well, let's start it over then. Okay. What's the Ace of Wands in the reverse? Is this death magic? Is it saying that La Santa Muerte is not asking you to do anything dark or negative when it comes to this person? She will just kind of naturally defend you. Can you tell me more about this Ace of Wands? And the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you don't have to bleed for her to protect you or to save you. But know that in the event that you do bleed, that whatever you bleed on, that waters future seeds of manifestations, right? But I don't know. Ace of Wands in the reverse, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody could have paid money to potentially have some workings kind of done towards you in your general direction. And if these are workings of death, right, or of death current, La Santa Muerte would know. I mean, she is the Queen Empress of the underworld. She is the most holy death, you know. All right, what else we got? What else we got? What's this Ten of Swords? We have the Ten of Swords in the reverse again, right here. This person doesn't think that you see this coming. Because again, this whole time they've been like, oh, I'm changing. Oh, I'm getting better. Things are great, you know? But are they? This person also doesn't want you to see what's going on inside of their home or inside of where they are living. There could have been a death inside this home, right? Or inside this like complex or near this complex. But they're really hoping that you don't see what's coming. And I feel like you do. Because otherwise I wouldn't be pulling these cards. And if you don't know what's going on, well, now you do. Because I'm letting you know. Let's strengthen the reverse, Spirit. We have the High Priestess. So what I told you is on point. What I told you is on point. And look at, you were looking at that house. Look at it. You see that? You looking at the house. And you got eyes all over you. And you looking. You the High Priestess, man. You don't even need to be there. You already know. You already know. You're like, yeah, bro. Right here in the prophecy, it say you won't betray me. You see that right here? That's what that says. Right here. What's this Knight of Cups? We have the Ten of Wands. So when you leave, right? You're really gonna burden this person when you go. They're gonna look at you as if you're cunning, like you're a fox, like you kind of were plotting, scheming this whole time. They might think of you as like a snake, but if they call you that, that's just a projection of themselves. Because again, you saw this shit coming, and you just decided to get out of the way. You're like, okay, cool, you know, do you, boo boo, you know? What's the Five of Swords here? We have the Knave of Pentacles right here. Somebody could cross-dress. Somebody could also sell themselves for money, you know? And this person's afraid that they're going to get in trouble because that this is the lifestyle that they live. Give me 2 more cards, please. Yeah. This person's going to have to pay the justice system for being an adulterer. Empress in the reverse. Yeah. This person was like a harlot. This person was out here selling them goods. This person was out here being one of them golden garden tools. You feel me? Out here being a hoe. Selling it. Bro, they be on their knees, so them knees is red. They be on them hands and knees. They be on them feet until that shit red as fuck. Absolutely Jezebelian, you know? Strength in the reverse. Yeah, this person right now, they're trying to control the situation. They're trying not to be devoured by the beast that they made, right? That could have been, you know, the issues that they're running into with the justice system. This could be that there's other people who want to like get after them, that want to say bad things to them, because it looks like this person got a lot of money for this. 10 of Cups, yeah. It brought this person a lot of fulfillment to do this even too, you know. Could have done this in their own house. Or it could have done this like, you know, I'm thinking like the house of the rising sun. Somewhere like that, right? Because we've got all these sun energies up on top of that house. And you see how there's all these eyes. So it could be a house where again, a lot of people were there to see what was going on, to, you know, be a part of it, to participate, to watch. I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna do one last row, and then that should be it for the collective with the Santa Morte, the Most Holy Death. All right, what we got? You're coming through as Queen of Cups, very loving, very nurturing. So to me, this looks like you will be rewarded by an offer from Spirit or the Most Holy Death. We have the Knight of Wands. So yeah, once you realize that you hold both the key and the treasure within yourself, you went really quick. You're running for that with inspired action. You're like, cool, I'm gonna take action towards this. I'm gonna take care of these things. I'm gonna do what needs to be done in order for me to unlock that treasure that is within myself. We have the Three of Swords in the reverse. So you'll be healing from heartbreak. I think it's time to lay this thing to rest. I think it's time for you to stop being sad over whatever this is. And I think Lilith is even saying, like, when are you going to heal from this? Huh? When are you going to heal from this? And where's my offering? Because once you give me an offering and once you, you know, heal yourself, you got money coming in. Maybe you have a new gift coming in. I don't know. What's the Seven of Swords? We have the Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups right now, again, if you feel as though you're not receiving messages, the best thing you can do is to do that invocation, to do prayer work, right? Is to speak out against the assailants and the weapons and the things that are coming out against you. What is the Six of Pentacles here? Absolutely. We have the Two of Cups here. So with the Two of Cups, somebody might be asking for reconciliation, but the problem is that, you know, I don't know if this person has the ability to necessarily change. You might be deciding to dump this offer out to then take 3 different offers instead of just the one. To me too, it's like this doesn't give the give and take that it needs to have, right? So it's like one party bleeds more or suffers more than the other party does, and it looks like it's frequently. So to me, I would just, yeah. What's the Ten of Swords? We have the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, this person, you know, they're busy kind of looking at third parties. They're looking at other people, other individuals, and they'll lie to you about it. You know, they're juggling a couple different things. Could be people, could be jobs too, could be work. But I think that, you know, they're trying to figure out. They're like, damn, do I betray collective in the house, or do I betray collective like out in the open? Like, I don't. What do I do? What do I do? What's this High Priestess? We have the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, honestly, your intuition's great. Your intuition is solid. Your intuition is something that you can trust, because a Knight of Pentacles is a very trustworthy knight. Yes, he might be slow, but he is steadfast. He is the knight that you would give very important, like, messages, orders, money, relics to in order to transfer to the next kingdom or to the next king, right? What is the Ten of Wands? Page of Wands in the reverse. Yep, you're going to leave. You're going to end up being disinterested. You might see this person as a snake, right? Basically, it's just given limp dick energy. And then that limp dick energy sends you straight back to your intuition with the High Priestess and the Knight of Pentacles. What's the Knave of Pentacles? Six of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, I think this person, they might be selling themselves in some kind of a way, because they can't even their stuff out. And the reason why this is happening in the first place is because they have an issue with the justice system. So either A, the issue that they have with the justice system is the fact that they're prostituting themselves, or the way they're trying to pay for what they owe the justice system, or what is imbalanced, the way they're trying to pay for this is, with that street work, right? What's strength in the reverse? And they can't move on. They really can't. So like you're gonna leave, and it's like they're basically gonna try to like linger behind you, and they're still gonna be in that swords energy, because this is Six of Swords. They showed up as King of Swords earlier, so they're king of that suit. So this air sign, you're gonna leave Page of Swords, right? And then they're gonna want to like come with you and tag along, but they're still holding those three swords on their back, right? The three swords on their back, they're still holding on to that heartbreak. Sorry, that's four. Four, my bad. But they're still holding on to that. Like, this could be shit about the past that like still hasn't been laid to rest with that earlier Four of Swords that we had. But to me, I got lost in the sauce on that one. That looked like that was more like Three of Swords. I'm like, this person's still carrying that heartbreak on their back. They still got this, so I don't know about all that. What is strength? We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This person, they're having a really, really bad time. They're not in control. They're not an empress. They owe money. Maybe they're out here doing some hoe shit. I don't know, but they are not having a good time. What is this? 10 of Cups. The Devil. Yep, I told you. They go to like a house, like a sex party, sex house, a dungeon maybe. I don't know. But when they go there, I think that everybody's in on it. Everybody's jumping on everybody there. Because in this Devil card, sure, there's Adam and Eve on the floor doing the dirty, right? But there's all these other like demonic energies that are having like an orgy, right? Like they're going to town, And this is inside the house, right? This is the house of pleasure. This is the house of pleasure, guys. Well, I'm going to be nosy, and I'm going to get 3 more cards because I want to know a little bit more about this house of pleasure and, like, the issue with the justice system. That's got to be somewhat significant, All right, so this person can't move on. What's up with the justice system? What caused the imbalance? Can you show me these scales, please? What's up with these scales? We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. I don't know. I see a couple things in this Knight of Swords. This person doesn't want to speak on the things that they saw. Right? This is a very like kind of parasitic energy. This person doesn't want to speak on the things that they saw. Four of Pentacles. This could have been done for money. This could have been done for like foundation. If these are parasitic energies with the Four of Pentacles, this could maybe talk about like a certain level of possession. But there's a lot of like intertwining cords. There's a lot of intertwining connections between this pleasure house and money. What's the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse? 10 of Pentacles. They did all this for money. They wanted to get a lot of money, so they went to this house of pleasure. There could have been maybe some level of dismemberment or something. Either that or this is saying that you need to cut off whatever this parasitic energy is. So either A, there is some kind of dismemberment that went on in that place, or again, that you need to cut yourself off from this parasitic energy. Tell me about the house of pleasure with this 10 of Cups. What is this? We have the 9 of Cups. So there's a lot of things that are very hidden. And this person has a lot of like love and affection, or they might have a lot of emotional communication with other members that are inside this house. And this house, this might not even be like just like men and women. This might just be women because it's so many cups, right? It's yonis, right? This person could probably be DL or some shit. What's the Devil? We have the Hermit in the reverse. They don't want this to come to light. They don't want this to come to light. but there's an investigator that's a part of this or is looking into this. Maybe, I don't know. Can I get one more card for the Hermit? Strength in the reverse. Somebody could be investigating why there's this house of pleasure thing. Somebody could be investigating where flowers went, where somebody's love went. And there is an aspect of domination that's here with the strength card in the reverse. Two of Swords in the reverse. They don't want you to see whatever this is. They really don't. But this looks like some kind of like dominatrix sex dungeon house thing. Yeah, these people are impatient. They reach for low-hanging fruit. I don't think they got the money. No, they did, bro. They didn't get the money. Five of Pentacles in the reverse, bro. They didn't get the money. They're sad. They didn't get the money. They were impatient as fuck, and they juggled you. They were like, well, I have this situation over here that I could like either have my soulmate or I could have reconciliation, but like, I don't know. Like, I could go over here instead. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah. They don't want to see you. Sorry, they don't want you to see the energies that they did this work with, or the energies they worked with. This could be a workplace thing too, with that Three of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be family and work. This could be like a family business, you know, that people don't talk about. What's this Two of Swords? Eight of Swords. Somebody might be trapped, whether it's mentally. Somebody might be going to jail, prison, maybe. Somebody still says that like they're transforming or something, but I really don't think that they are. No, man, they're going through it. They're going through it. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, bro. Dude, they're miserable because they fucked up their soulmate situation right there with the Two of Cups. They're miserable because they know they fucked up their fucking soulmate situation. Yeah, they decided that they wanted to go out with third parties instead. They're like, all right, I'm out. Yep, and then they started moving real funny. They started moving real funny. Yep, now they're burdened. Meanwhile, you're out here working with your guides. You're moving fast. You got a lot of energy coming in. These people really wanted to like put out your light. I don't know. To me, these people wanted to put your light out. We also have the Mother of Swords. So your mom can know the truth. You can know the truth. Their mom can know the truth. But everything points back to them. Yeah, they were trying to sacrifice you. That's the truth with the Hanged Man. Yeah. They wanted you to have a sense of instability. They didn't want you to be able to make any good decisions or make any, good choices or good directions. We have the Empress in the reverse. Yeah, I don't know. To me, it sounds like this person's got a lot of skeletons in the closet, and they be doing something over here. Whatever they be doing, that ain't good. And I don't think you know, and they don't want you to know. But this is like a house of pleasure, and there's money involved, But yeah, the thing is too is, maybe they got like a bunch of parasitic attachments because they went and they did this, But that is what I have for you guys from the Most Holy Death. Ding dong. If you like the way that I read, or if that resonated with you at all, I do readings for 3333 and 8888. I have Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal. Links are in my description. Of course. Sure. Yes, we do. So now, if I end the stream, is it going to give me the ability to save it, or is there a setting on here that I have to find first? I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine. Because like I'm not seeing any options to like necessarily like save it, you know. What is this though? Create a highlight video. I'm not trying to create a highlight video in the middle of this, so. All right, let's give it a try. Thanks, guys. Stream will stop immediately and you will no longer be live. I know.